Oh, she's so cute. Hi. Hi. Say hi.
Hi. Hi, HGTV.
I'm Holly Trice.
I'm Jason Trice.
We've been trying for the past 4 days to get all three of us on camera.
4 days.
4 days, and it is impossible. So what follows is a series of small videos smushed into one that feature at least one of us. But it's the best we can do. Enjoy. Smile.
HGTV. I'm Jason Trice. This is Billy Trice.
Holly Trice!
My wife is behind the camera. And I'm showing you the damage to the front yard.
You and Millie are showing.
Well,
She's
showing
helping.
you together. We do a lot of stuff together. So this is where our 100-year-old tree was before got wandered into the house, which broke that window, went into the front room up there, smashed that roof, took all the gutters off, fascia board, and then punctured this roof down here. And also, when the tree came down, it took out all the railings, a bunch of my bushes, and all the stuff I was working on up there. So.
Baby. Yeah. How about a smile?
Well, it's a little hot out here. I'm done with my takes outside. I'm ready to go inside now. It's a little bit cooler in here.
He's so cute. So my husband had to take the baby inside, but I wanted to just kind of show. All of this was ripped off during the storm, and there's part of the roof, and there's some gutters and flashing, I think, over there. And then we used to have a porch right here, but it's gone. This is all that's left of that. And then there's some more parts of the house. And okay, so this is the bedroom. You can see that much of that wall, and then this entire wall, there is no wall, it's all been gutted. The tree actually came through the roof here and came through the ceiling, and so all of this water rained down onto the bed, which is now broken down and put here. I actually have to get it checked out to see if, I think that's just drywall. But make sure that it's stable and can be put back up when the house is put back together. But originally there was just a small hole, and then all the water came through and rained down, and then it tore the ceiling, and all the insulation came raining down onto the floor and the bed and stuff. And then when the emergency remediation people came, they cut out the walls because they were wet. But unfortunately, in the process, they managed to kill my husband's poor fish. You can see the empty fish tank there. They didn't realize or didn't think about it, but they put a heater in here, I guess, to dry out the walls, and it raised the temperature in the room so much that it literally boiled his fish alive, which, you know, he's still very upset about. He had had those fish for 4 years, and they survived 3 moves, and to have them all die all at once like that, it's just really sad. But anyway, that's the damage here in this room.
Hello. Well, apparently I need to show you the downstairs secondary damage. So this was what happened once the tree, a couple days after the tree hit, and a bunch of water came down into this room because of the repairs not being done correctly to the roof. And our contractor informed us that there was no insulation because our house was built in the 60s. Apparently that's a big problem. So once these bricks start getting heated up or really cold in the wintertime, this room is going to be really frigid or really hot, which I think we already do experience and just didn't notice.
And now it'll be even worse
Yeah,
without the
much
tree.
worse. But yay!
So the last part of this video is supposed to be why we feel that we deserve this HGTV renovation. And since I'm the one that loves HGTV so much, and since it was my wonderful husband who sent this in on behalf of me, I feel like it's really me that should answer this question, why I feel we deserve the renovation. And for me, this is the hardest part of the video to make, because the honest answer to that question is I have no idea if we deserve this renovation or not. The truth is we suffered significant damage to our home and our now sad yard. But I am sure there are people out there that have had worse catastrophes happen to their home. So I can't sit here and truthfully say we deserve it because we've had the worst catastrophe to happen to our home. I'm sure that that's not the truth. The same thing is true of our family. I feel like we are really good people who have had some really crappy, for lack of a better word, crappy things happen to them. I know that losing my mother was, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional now, but losing my mother was very difficult for me. And I also know that losing Jason's mother was very, very difficult for him, probably more so because he was only 10 years old. And it sure would have been nice to have a grandma or two around to help us with our wonderful daughter. I'm getting very emotional talking about my daughter. It would have been nice to have a grandma around to tell us that, hey, stop doing that. That's not how you do it. Or that's normal. That's not normal. Because we had no idea what we were doing. But we got through it. The same is true with the situation with my father. It was at times utterly exhausting taking care of him for the last 7 years. But we got through it. And I guess that's kind of the message here. If you don't pick us, we will get through this. We are a really strong family unit. I feel confident that we'll come back from this. And eventually we'll have a nice yard again and a nice home. And Millie will have somewhere to play. But it sure would be nice if you did pick us. I know that you guys can do a much better job than the two of us would ever do. And I'm not trying to say anything negative about my husband. He's obviously incredible for even sending this in. But I've seen what you could do. I watch your HGTV constantly. You can do a better job. So we'll be here. We hope that you choose us, but understand if you don't. So I guess we'll be here waiting, and let us know.
See, now we're all on camera. Millie, it's you. Wait, stop. Look, Millie is looking at herself. Look, Millie.
Hello.